The following is proof that the power of God is way stronger than the devil's, and certainly much stronger than any man-made weapon. Before proceeding, I ask that you guys put aside any personal feelings that you may have about religion. People of God can come from anywhere and from any faith. Ultimately, it's God who decides that, not us. This next remarkable story is one that I'm sure many of you are familiar with. During World War II, multiple attempts to bomb a small town in Italy were unsuccessful due to a mysterious flying monk who appeared in the sky over San Giovanni Rotondo. The monk's name was Padre Pio. Padre Pio was a Capuchin Franciscan friar. He was canonized in 2002 by Pope John Paul II and then became Saint Pio. In 1944, during World War II, it was believed that a large cache of German supplies were stockpiled near San Giovanni Rotondo, the town where Padre Pio served at Our Lady of Grace Monastery. The German stockpile needed to be destroyed by Allied forces. Many people in the area, upon hearing this, were afraid, fearing that their little town would be decimated. Padre Pio promised the people of San Giovanni Rotondo that no bad thing would befall their town during the war. Amazingly, on every single bombing run, something went wrong with the airplanes. Dozens of airmen and at least one commanding officer all reported that whenever they flew near San Giovanni Rotondo, a bearded monk dressed in brown would appear in the sky. Upon the appearance of the monk, the airplanes would suddenly malfunction. Bomb doors wouldn't open, and the planes would refuse to release bombs. When they did release the bombs, their targeting equipment malfunctioned, and the bombs would land in the nearby forest instead. The planes often became unresponsive to the pilots and were flown away from San Giovanni Rotondo as if taken over by an unseen force. So many pilots reported seeing the flying monk that their general decided to intervene. General Nathan Twining led a squadron of bombers personally to see for himself what was going on. General Twining reported astonishingly that as soon as they arrived at the site, he, along with his pilots, saw the monk figure in the sky with his hands raised. The bombs dropped by themselves and landed in the forest, and the planes came around without any pilot intervention. After the war, General Twining, along with some U.S. servicemen, visited the monastery of Our Lady of Grace in San Giovanni Rotondo, because by this time they had heard of Padre Pio. As soon as they saw Padre Pio, they recognized him as the flying monk. Now to highlight just a few of the amazing abilities of this great man. By his mid-20s, Padre Pio had experienced the stigmata, which is the appearance of the wounds that Jesus Christ received when he was crucified, as can be seen in these pictures. He had the 2 nail piercings in both his hands, both his feet, and the piercing in his side. In addition to this, Padre Pio had the gift of bilocation, which is the ability to appear in 2 separate places at the same time. Also, Padre Pio is one of the few saints in history with the ability to levitate. And these are all documented facts.